Hello, stamping friends. Today is Quick Tip Monday. And the last Monday of the month, I usually reserve that for the paper pumpkin kit. So this is January 2021, Sending Hearts. So I'm going to show you what is inside, and then I will make one of each of the two designs, and then show you some alternatives. So opening up the kit is always fun. And we have some ribbon and our stamp set. And our ink spot is Poppy Parade. And we have a heart, Be Mine, Kiss Hug, Kiss Hug. You, Sending Love Your Way, Hi Valentine, Love, a little snail with a heart, and some flowers. And then we have, you can order the special add-on, which I have added this to. I added this to my order after it's an add-on on a regular order, not through Paper Pumpkin, I guess I'm trying to say. And it's $8 for the add-on, and that includes 20 printed mini boxes and 24 decorative die cuts and labels. But in this kit, so far, we do not have the add-on. We have the ribbon, the ink spot, and the stamps. So we'll lay that aside. And then I tissue paper, which is always so pretty. We open it up and we will find our kit inside. So remember, these are consumable, but you will always have the stamps to reuse and the ink spot. So we are ready to make the first card. So this is the card base. I've already folded the card base, and then just take your bone folder and go ahead and crease it. So you will need the glue dots and the dimensionals. I am going to replace those with my own glue dots, just a little bit easier, especially on camera, to use, but yours will work fine. And then some of my own glue dots. You will need the embellishment, the heart embellishments for this card, and I've already put the heart stamp on my D block. And if you only have one block, that's fine. You'll stamp, clean, take it off, and then replace it with the stamp U. But since I have two blocks, I'm going to use both of those. You'll need your Stampin' Spot Poppy Parade. But I'm going to go ahead and exchange that for the larger one since I have it. You'll need the heart die cut, the love, the small label, and this scalloped edge. Okay, let's go ahead and do our stamp. Oh, and also, you'll need 15 inches of ribbon. And of course, all that is included with your kit. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the Poppy Parade. And I will ink up the heart. And then we'll try to line that right inside the heart, the gold foil heart. And press that down and straight up. I'm going to clean it real quick. And then I'm going to bring in my U. Ink that up. And stamp. And this is little, so you'll need to pick this up to take that off. We need 15 inches of ribbon. So you can use the little ruler. There's 9 inches on the ruler on your direction sheet. So just go ahead and lay that. 9. And then we'll need another 6. And we can cut that right there. Okay. So we are going to wrap this around the heart. I put it on the back there, and then we're just going to make a bow. And I want my bow kind of on the right-hand side. So I'm going to kind of move it that way, hold it here. Let me try that one more time. It helps to get the two ends of the ribbon even. All right. There we go. Now we wind it over to the right and make our bow. This ribbon is slippery. All right, there we go. So it may take a few tries, and we don't need quite as much. And I may go ahead and trim that other one too if I need to. And I'll kind of slide this down. And then I'm going to place this here. But before I do, I wanted just to lay it on there so I know where to put my scallops. And I'm going to use the glue dots to put down my scallop. Okay, so I'll turn that over. And I am just going to bring the paper. You can take the tops of your glue dots off and put them on. I'm going to use 3 glue dots. And then put that on our card. Then I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to add dimensionals. So we're going to pop up the layer with dimensionals. So I put one each corner and one in the middle. I've taken the backs off, so I'm going to turn that over and place that right on top of that scalloped edge. Then I'm going to turn over the love and I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals. But before I put the love on, I'm going to bring in the embellishments, our little hearts. And you can look at the direction and place them as it shows you on the direction sheet, or you can just decide kind of where you want them to go. So I'm going to put one right here. And I'm kind of watching the direction sheet, and then a larger one. And I'm using your take your pick tool, which is I don't know how I could make cards and not have this, because it is so useful. I can do so many things. And then we'll get another one. Get a smaller one. Let's get one of the real small ones and add it to the card. I usually like to do at least uneven. So we will set that right here. Now let's put that right here. Okay, now we're going to bring in our love. And if you wanted to add more of the hearts, you certainly could. So we're going to place this a little bit of an angle. Still want my... And then bring in the U, which is hiding under the card, and we'll pop that up with a dimensional. Now I added one glue dot, but I decided the one showed just a little bit. So if you have that problem, you might want to just cut a little bit off before you add it to your label. So we'll take the backing off, and we'll bring this in. and put it right here. And that's the first card. So let's go ahead and do the second card. For this next card, you'll need the other card base. You'll need another scalloped edge, die cut for your label, mailbox, ribbon, and some heart embellishments. I'm going to go ahead and fold the card. And then I'm going to do some stamping. So this time you'll need Sending Love Your Way. We're going to stamp that on our label. And in the direction sheet, it tells you that you need 15 inches of ribbon for the first card and 9 inches for the second card. So right inside your direction sheet, step 2, it told you how long to cut the ribbon. So in case you're wondering where I knew that I wanted 15 inches for that first card. All right, we'll go ahead and ink up Sending Love Your Way. There we go. And I have these little decorations here that I'm going to ink up because we want to bring in our mailbox die cut, and we're going to add right in here. So we'll just add those right there. And of course, you could always add more, but I'm going just like the first 2 cards. I always share with you exactly how the directions are in your paper pumpkin kit. So we'll bring this in, and we'll add glue dots and add this to our card. And you have glue dots in your kit. Everything you need is in your kit. There are a few tools that can make it a little bit easier, like your take your pick. And I do like these glue dots. They're just a little bit easier to use. But what you have will work just fine. Okay, so we're going to place this on the side of our card. Trying to get it in the middle so each space on each side, above and below, is the same. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over and add dimensionals. So I pop this up with glue dots. Just like one of those covers want to stay with me. And we'll turn this over and line this up. And I already realized that like I made a mistake because the black scallop should be as long as this label. So I did choose the wrong one. So let me fix that. So it's good to know. There are shorter scallops and there's also longer. So for this card here, you want the longer scallop. So I'm going to switch those out. And I'm doing that by just popping this one up. And then adding glue dots. Whoop, don't need that. There we go. Then add glue dots and add this to our card. So I've added the glue dots, and now we'll try that again. And you do want the scallops on the left-hand side of your card. And still want to line it up with about the same amount above the scallop as below. I got that a little bit crooked. Let me see if I can fix that. All right. Now we will bring in our mailbox and we'll line that up. And this lines up much better when you have the right length of scallop edge to work with, right? Okay. And now let's bring in our bow. I already made a bow, and I'm going to add a glue dot. And I'm going to put this about right. About right there. And I may end up trimming the trimming these, trimming the ribbon, but I'm going to wait and bring this in. And if you'll notice in your directions, it tells you for this label that you will want to put 2 glue dots on the right hand side and 1 glue dot on the left side. I just said that would add up, that would sit in your card better with that bow being right there. So we're just going to place this, and I am going to move this out, just out of the way. There we go. And now I can come in and trim this a little bit. And I also can bring in my heart embellishments, and I can add some embellishments to this card. And I think I'll put one up here. And I'm going to get this smaller one. And I'm going to set it over here. Well, like it wants to stick on my, you take your pick tool, it has 2 ends, and you just put it in, and then you just turn it to lock it. And we'll put this one right here. And I guess we need one more. So I think I'm going to add a little flower. Let's do that. And let's put that up here. And my flowers embellishments want to stick on my take your pick tool. So we'll just take it off and put it on with our hands. That works. Okay, so here are the 2 cards that are made just like the directions say in our paper pumpkin kit. So I hope that helps you. So to go a little slower so you can see exactly how to make the cards. And now I'm going to show you some alternatives. My first alternative card, I took the card base and I just cut it in half. And then I took 1/2 and I cut 5 1/4 by 4. And then I went ahead and used the ribbon that came in our kit. And I went ahead and adhered that. And then I cut a card base 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And scored that. And let's go ahead and we will adhere this to our card base. So I added some adhesive, and I'm going to go ahead and line this up. And then I used circle dies, the largest and next to the largest. The largest I die cut Poppy Parade, and then white. Okay, and then I went ahead and used the little snail, and I stamped the snail. I stamped Sending Love Your Way and Poppy Parade, and I used light Daffodil Delight, light Poppy Parade, and I also used light Petal Pink. So these are the 3 blends that I used to color the snail. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and add this. And I'm going to not pop this up. I'm going to pop the Poppy Parade. So I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet. There we go. And my Stampin' Seal Plus. Sometimes it helps to get it started on the silicone craft sheet. And then I'm going to go ahead and place this right here. And then I'm going to turn this over and pop it up with dimensionals. I do like to put quite a few dimensionals, especially if I'm going to mail. I'm going to hand deliver it. You don't need quite as many dimensionals. And I'm going to place this in just a little bit below the center. And then I'm going to bring in some more of our ribbon, and I'm just going to place it under here, and I'm going to tie a little bow. So I tied a knot, and I move my ribbon to the left side because it wasn't going to work for me to be on the right hand side. This ribbon is a little bit thin, or not thin, but the ribbon is not thin. It's narrow is what I'm trying to say. It's not real wide, and that makes my fingers not want to. Makes it a little more difficult for me to make a bow, but we'll get this done. Maybe. Okay, so off camera was better. I turned the card upside down, and for some reason that seemed to work better for me. So now I can kind of pull, hang on to the center and pull on each side and get the bow like I want. Turn this back around, and I think I'll make it a little bit smaller. And then bring in my snips. And we will snip. And I could also, if I want to have it more this way, I could add a glue dot. So to keep it like this. And of course we're not finished yet. We need to add some embellishments, right? So let's go ahead and we'll put a heart right, well, we could put it up here, but I think I'll put it right over here. All right, that's our first alternative card. And the next alternative card I'm going to share with you is this card right here. And I used Poppy Parade for the card base. And then I cut a layer of white, another layer of Poppy Parade, and I used the Kiss Hug stamp from our kit and just stamped it all over the Poppy Parade using Poppy Parade ink. And then I stamped the heart, and I used rectangle dies and cut this out. And then I went ahead and stamped another one and cut the heart out. Then I popped up this heart on top of this layer of white, and I also popped up the rectangle piece. And then I stamped Love You, and I went ahead and separated those with white and popped both of those up. And then I added a bow with a glue dot. And then I decided to add the embellishment of these matte black dots. I love these, so they're really going to, I'll be using these on lots of different cards. So this is my other alternative card. Now this stamp set, it just lends itself to lots of different alternative cards. So I know I'm only sharing 2 with you today, but this kit is going to be so much fun. So let me bring in the 2 cards that we made exactly with the directions from the kit. And then the 2 cards that are alternative cards. So I hope maybe I've given you some ideas. So play around with the kit. Have fun. Thank you for watching. And have a great day.